Have you guys seen this this video of these little people? Is that an appropriate term?
I think it's.
I think this is slightly different.
I think it is different.
So what is it? What's the proper word?
I think
dwarf.
I think dwarf is no longer. I think little people is the proper term now.
Little people is proper. I
Let
believe.
me see.
So there's a video where they've been going around. It's this kid named Hasbullah.
Yeah, he looks like a baby.
He looks like a baby. He's talking. He's doing all these things. He's driving. He's chilling. He has all these TikTok videos. And then there's a video of him like fighting another kid where they're like getting interviewed and they're sitting down and then they're kind of like going at each other, throwing kicks and stuff. Have you seen this?
No.
It's all over the internet. So I was like looking into it. I was like, what is,
Like they're so cute.
they're so cute, but like something's
different.
and they're like very like mature. They're acting like they're full-on adults. That video of the two kids, one of them, Hasbullah, is 18 years old.
18.
You send us a video of them, and they like usually you could tell that they're like older, but they're the size of children.
Yeah,
They look like kids.
they look like little, especially the other one, Abdul Rozak. I thought that okay, maybe Hasbullah is older, and the other one's a little kid, but they're both. He's 17 years old, Abdul Rozak. So the other one's sitting on that side. And basically what's been going on is Hasbullah, he is a popular Russian TikToker, right? He's been making all these videos and he got a lot of fame from the TikToks. People started picking it up online and he used to do these impersonations of Khabib. And then people started calling him Mini Khabib because he actually looks like him a little bit. And Amber, that's the video, if you can see. But
Oh yeah, I've seen this. Okay.
yeah,
So
Were
it's
they
like
trying to throw hands at
like
each other?
conference, right?
it's a little press conference.
Why are they trying to fight each other?
So the other kid, Abdul Rozak, he's actually like getting some fame too. He's not Russian, he's something else. Islam, could you look up what he is exactly? His name is Abdul Rozak.
But they're essentially recreating like a press conference fight, right?
Yeah,
or is
so
this real?
So they're actually trying to set it up.
Oh, they're actually trying to fight.
They're actually trying to fight.
This
where
gives me
they have like their stats right next to each other and stuff too.
Oh my god!
And they're laughing. They're like holding them back.
No, but they're serious. So the guy who's like holding the press conference.
Why is he holding like a baby?
Abdul Rozak is Tajikistan.
Okay, so I think he speaks slightly a different language. It's not Russian.
Oh, he looks so upset. It's like
They're
look
so
like
cute,
they
right?
look like
They're
kids.
like
I feel
the
bad.
babies, but
they
they're
look
like-
like little kids fighting.
So Abdul Rozak actually has if you see, he has a earpiece in the other ear where he's getting stuff translated to him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's so funny because they're actually trying to go through with it, and like they're making videos of them pulling up at each other's houses and stuff before the press conference, like Connor and Floyd would do. And the one guy, Abdul Rozak, even in this press conference, he says, like, you're not Mini Khabib, you're more like Mini Connor.
He's just like trying to.
see
Wait,
the
Abdul
The guy in
Rozak's.
the middle is like laughing. He's like,
So he's actually like, he's a known guy who, I don't know if he's a bodybuilder or like a fighter or something, but now he's famous for like hosting things and all of that. And so they're trying to like host them
okay.
like a legit little fight. But it's cool because, it got the attention of Khabib.
Yeah.
Khabib hung out with him.
Oh.
And
Which
now
one?
like
The mini Khabib?
Hasbullah.
Okay, the
the
one on
Russian
the right one.
Yeah. The left one.
Oh, the left one?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
So-
okay, a little bit smaller than the other guy. And
He
he's
is.
older though, right?
He is. Yeah, he's a little bit smaller.
The right dude has a drip though.
He does. He has his name on his
He's
hat,
got like a Yeezy.
and it's not
name
even a
on his
regular hat. It's like what is it called? Goofy.
Yeah, but it's like I think it's more.
Native.
It's a cultural one too. So wherever he's from. But you know what's really interesting? I found out is that first of all, both of them have really incredible stories, and they have a condition
Wait,
that
can
is.
you see how big the AirPod looks in his ear?
Yeah, they have a condition that's undiagnosed, so they don't actually. They went to doctors. They don't know what's wrong with them,
But they both are the same thing.
but they have the same condition.
It's like a
Which is really
Benjamin
interesting.
Button situation. You guys
I've
ever seen that
actually,
movie?
yeah, it's like you reverse.
You reversed in time.
Yeah.
So like when he's like 80 years old, he's like a baby.
I've actually because we've seen dwarfs, right? Is
Yeah.
that the? Can we
It's
also
little
look up?
people.
Is
It's
that
say
little
little
people.
people?
It's little
little people is the right thing? Okay, sorry.
So one Abdul Rozak is what, 18?
He's
And then-
17, and then Hasbullah is 18, I believe. Yeah. Um,
What were you wanting to look up?
oh, I just wanted to know the correct term. I don't want to offend
That's the
anybody.
correct- people.
Well, that's questionable, right? Because who's that one short dude that's in a bunch of movies that people mistake him for Steve?
The Game of Thrones guy?
No,
someone
not
else?
him. It was another. He was a comedian, right? But he saw a rally where there was a bunch of, little people, whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
they're saying we want to change the name to dwarfs. And he's like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
Like,
because
of
the
all
name
the
of
names you could have
horse-
picked, you
I
wanted me
think
to be
the-
in Lord of the Rings?
Who's the guy who's with Logan Paul?
Black Mamba or something.
Isn't he Dwarf Mamba?
Dwarf Mama. There you go. Yeah.
So
dwarf. So their condition is called dwarfism,
right.
but they like to be called little people.
Little people. Okay.
But the only thing that they don't want to be called is the M word.
Got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's not what they are. They don't have that. And I've actually seen people in Pakistan like this,
Mhm.
where they are like babies. They're not, they don't look like they're little people. They
Yeah.
look like they're babies. And they actually stand in the front of like hotels and,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
So they look like that, right? But like
I
way
th-
older.
I think they are. I guess. Yeah.
No, but
'Cause
they
it's
no,
not-
they, no. That's
I think they're more
that's
little
the little
people,
people.
though.
Yeah, because
No, no, no.
they look older. Whatever they are, they
But-
don't
but
look
they-
older.
like
They
Hasbullah,
look
because he's only
not a day
18.
over 6.
No, but they're only 18.
Yo, you guys
Max.
Those?
You guys ever see?
He looks younger than Rian.
You guys ever see Willy Wonka and or
Yeah.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? What about the Oompa Loompa guy?
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's a dwarf technically.
Yeah.
Or
But like,
little
what about?
person.
Does he have like a similar condition?
It looks like what they have,
Yeah.
where he's a lot older, so maybe that you age in the face or something.
Yeah, but he was like really small. and
Either way, it's not known.
I like how it's
their
not known,
condition.
and we're over here trying
there's
to
so many
diagnose
people.
it.
Well, there's also so many people we just like named.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Well,
so-
I mean,
Well,
there's
we're trying to
probably
use what we know
if it's undiagnosed, they probably just don't have enough people,
Like how
enough
it happens.
research to know like what are these people, what happens with them, blah blah, blah, so that they can give them a name.
yeah.
But it's really fascinating because they're not worried about the condition. They're out here living their lives to the fullest, and they're really living it up. And actually, Hasbullah, he is, I believe, he's studying to become a scholar of Islam.
Aww.
Wow.
Isn't that so interesting?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm saying
Wait, so why is he doing all this cloud stuff?
Well, I mean, in what regard? Like, are you saying that he doesn't need to do it that way?
I mean, I'm just like curious. Like,
like if he's trying to be a scholar for something, why is he trying to like engage in fights and
engage in
do
fights
these-
and be like very show.
Oh, I-
clout baity type things?
I don't know if that's necessarily like it's he's taking fighting seriously. I think it's
Okay.
more from like it's obviously from an entertainment
I'm just
standpoint.
curious,
That's what I'm saying. If he's taking fighting more seriously, that I feel like that would be better rather than just fighting for clout.
I'm just
Like you could do both.
I'm just curious, like if he's studying for Islam for clout, essentially,
Oh, for
like
clout.
saying, like, oh yeah,
Because
I'm
he's
gonna
doing it
study.
for clout, right? He's not doing because he's
Uh-huh.
serious about boxing.
yeah, I mean, like we'll never know that,
We'll,
right?
we'll
But,
never know, but like, yeah,
his
I
role
guess
model
we'll
is
never know.
Khabib, right? And Khabib does both. He
Okay.
is very strong about his
yeah.
Muslim beliefs, and he's a fighter. And
This gives me Bad Baby and Whoa Vicky vibes.
Do you think?
no. Okay,
You think it's more genuine than that?
I'm just saying in the clout aspect, they're both two people that are very similar in the like big, social media world. And because of that, there's like a fight that they have
that's what I
online.
think, kind of too.
And then
But
they're
I don't know how
taking
genuine it
advantage
is.
of the clout that
from
comes from,
the
fight.
videos I've seen and what I've like seen it translated to, there's a lot more wholesomeness
Okay.
to it. There's a lot more
of
like
course. I was just drawing the relatability.
friendliness, care, and especially the people who are around them. It's
Yeah.
not like, yo, let's throw them into a competition and make them fight each other. Like they're actually caring of them. And when you have people like Khabib in your corner, it's not going to be as much disrespect as you'd see with Whoa
Yeah.
Vicky and Bad Baby. I think like that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
straight up just what was the substance besides, fighting each other and
Right.
calling like just a whole lot
I mean,
of negativity.
that's because like that surrounds their brand, right? Like,
But what I'm saying is, like, the
my thing is, they're
negativity.
just two people that are drawn in similarity in the spotlight
Mm-hmm.
that are like pitted against each other for the sake of clout. That was
Sure.
my reference to
Yeah,
that.
I'm curious to see what happens. Like I don't know everything about what they might be thinking, or like how the Russian and whatever else, like however they work on that side over there, right?
Also, everybody's fighting nowadays for money.
Yeah, that's a completely different, like,
You need to bring my
conversation,
brother
which is
on for
very-
that because he'll go off.
He's like
He's
into it.
really into it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have found a lot of money in the sport of fighting in general,
Mhm.
because we were having this conversation yesterday.
Yeah.
Even if people hate somebody, like
People actually pay more money to
People
see them
pay-
get beat.
Yeah.
Mm.
But either way, people are gonna pay money to see people fight.
Yeah.
That is something that,
Never.
you know,
I don't think will ever end. Maybe if we become like a nicer society, but like
if there was a match going on where, you know, we took it back to what's it called? Like where they would put, you know, people in a coliseum with a
warriors and
lion,
yeah.
and all of that, right? If that was possible to happen, people would pay a lot of money to go see that,
That would be crazy. Imagine.
because that's how we are, you know, like
Yeah.
we are curious
Very
and
primal.
and,
like-
and we want to see, you know,
I
things that
I'm so
excite us.
backseat about this because I'm like, I don't want to see people fight.
No, but a lot of people do.
No. I know that that's a thing.
yeah.
And so with what's going on with, you know, a lot of these YouTubers, TikTokers, all these people, they've just found that there's like a lot of money to be made
Mhm.
Yeah.
in this sport. And then there's actually people who are playing the business end of things, like FusiTube and what's his name?
Keemstar.
Keemstar, are trying to like arrange these fights and be like
Mhm.
promoters. And it's almost like how way back in the day there was a rise in how much like money there was, and like this new sort of value where you would see like a lot of these white promoters, you know,
Mhm.
finding these black guys that were really talented and stuff. And it was kind of like a weird
Yeah.
dynamic going
And they
on.
still like, you know, find these and like put a lot of money in it. You see it in like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Mobsters get involved,
Yeah.
rigged fights and all that stuff.
And it became this like the sort of world of prize fighting, you know, was born, where you realize that, okay, there's this whole there's a huge sort of bundle of cash at the end of this, whether you're winning or not, but especially when you're winning. And that's why, like, you know, no matter how much people hate on Floyd Mayweather, him being able to be his own promoter and get to that level of success is fascinating.
You know, sorry, you said that it's been like people have kind of always like that. It just reminded me, isn't that what the Coliseum was?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like he was saying if like it wasn't as dangerous or whatever,
Mhm.
or like if there was no regulations today,
Yeah.
it would probably still happen.
Yeah, because I mean, people were gathering by the thousands and thousands to watch them fighting way back then.
Would you go?
Probably go for like the social event.
The social event.
So, you know, if there's people being thrown into it and you're about to watch somebody get mauled by a lion who is scared to death, I would not support that. Like, that's
Yeah.
wrong.
I think we've passed that point, and I think what boxing,
back then, yeah.
UFC, they made it a way where it's like that's probably the closest we can get to that,
Mhm.
right? Like it's
Yeah.
still kind of safe.
Well,
really.
it's all consensual, right? So
Yeah.
then
Mhm.
you
So-
know that both of these people are going in knowing that they're doing this, and now it's okay for me to watch this because both parties have agreed to it.
Yeah,
It's weird, but that's our thinking, and we're like, oh well, since the society has agreed with this, like it's fine.
Yeah.
And to me, like the way that I watch it, right, is martial arts and boxing, like all of this.
it's like an art form.
It's an art form.
Yeah.
There's real creativity to it. There's real athleticism to it. And so when I'm watching UFC, like we were having a conversation with our friend last night who was like, man, like I just want to see them go at it. I want to see somebody get knocked out. And I don't care if I like when somebody gets knocked out because it's like, you know, it's exciting.
It's exciting.
But when somebody's wrestling, he was calling Khabib boring. I was like, what he's doing on the ground is super intricate. And it's super fascinating when
Yeah.
you understand the technical aspect of it. So with the art form, it's really amazing to watch. Whereas most people, when they, want to watch a Jake Paul fight, they just want to see somebody get knocked out. They want to see it for the thrill. And to be frank, so do I, because I know that there's not going to be a whole lot of technical
Yeah.
happening. I just want to see some excitement. It's
And that's
entertainment.
also what they like hype it up to be too. Like people who are watching like Jake Paul and stuff. Yeah, there's some people who like enjoy boxing that are doing it because they're bringing in these like other, non-YouTuber people. But the people who are like mainly putting good money into that, like they don't know boxing and all that type of
Like
stuff. They're just
Bryce
doing it for
Hall,
the hype.
Bryce Hall versus the dude who has the Ace family, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Austin McBroom.
It's such a weird
Yeah.
thing to put together.
I have a
Even
question
Tana
for you.
Mojo is trying to do it.
Like, who would you watch in a boxing match? Or
I mean,
who would you like to see?
I wouldn't enjoy watching any two people fighting.
Yeah.
It's
Yo,
not
Nikki
something-
versus Cardi.
Nikki versus Cardi.
Would I
like
watch
Tana
it?
versus whoever.
Yes, I would watch it. I'm not saying that I would
Who would you
enjoy
think is like the
watching.
most entertaining, even though it's not super entertaining for you, but like who would be the most?
Who would be the most?
Like, you'd
I
be
wouldn't
like,
want
alright.
it to be people that like
You
I
like?
really like. Yeah, I don't know what about that bothers me. Maybe like probably like since Tana Mojo wants to do it so bad, like maybe her with Trisha Paytas.
Oh, that sounds pretty. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Right.
I
that
would
guy.
watch that.
yeah.
I would, but I don't think they would actually like.
But I
feel
would
like
want them
Trisha
to
would-
train and because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to see like them slapping or like
Yeah.
pulling hair and stuff.
Yeah,
I
because
wanna
like all these YouTuber fights, they're acting like they're actual boxers. Like they're training like
No,
they're
yeah.
boxers.
some of them, they just look very.
It seems like Jake Paul is, isn't he?
Jake Paul is and Jake and Logan are both very athletic. They were wrestling in high school, and I believe Logan was a state champ.
He wasn't. I think he was like third or fourth.
He went so
but
he
was
went to
like-
state, so
yeah.
he's very
But
very
he
much
is
qualified.
very athletic.
And we haven't seen what Jake might actually look like against like, someone who is his match. Because with these YouTube and TikTok fights, you're getting matches that wouldn't make sense in the actual, leagues.
Yeah.
Isn't
Like,
Logan fighting with somebody really big?
he's fighting.
Someone really.
I'm sorry.
fighting with the biggest.
He's fighting, but like, how did they even finesse that?
He's fighting Floyd
Yeah,
Mayweather,
When Floyd
Yeah.
Mayweather,
the biggest boxer, potentially one of the best. Well, he is one
I
of the
thought
best.
he was
but,
training Jake.
who?
Floyd, yeah.
No,
I don't know if that ever. I know
I think
there was
one of his
something-
coaches maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
were
Or
part of
maybe
his
it was the
training.
same.
Yeah, like same.
I know.
on his
No,
team,
no.
but-
Floyd was somebody from Floyd's team was training Nate.
Oh,
got knocked
okay.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah. So like with Floyd and Logan, right? It became a thing of like, okay, there's a lot of money here because the whole internet and YouTube base is a market that Floyd, although he's the most successful and best-selling fighter, he could still tap into that because Jake Paul's fight with Ben Askren actually became the 10th most paid for fight, like
Pay-per-view.
made the most money out of every. So we're
Everyone
talking
ever.
Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, like all the biggest fighters there's ever been. All UFC. First is like I think Pacquiao and Mayweather. Second is Conor McGregor and Mayweather, which is insane.
Yeah.
Because it's UFC and boxing. And then at the 10th spot, out of all fights, is Jake Paul
And who?
and Ben
Ben
Askren,
Askren.
who's a UFC fighter.
The latest fight or whatever. So it's
So-
insane. Like Mayweather coming back and he's picking Logan Paul basically, and is like, all right, let's box, and they making this happen, and it's insane.
And what I'm saying is it's a very weird fight because Logan is obviously a lot bigger. The training is not at par. And with Jake, all of his fights, it's been like, okay, this guy's a YouTuber, and then this guy's a basketball player, this guy's a UFC fighter, but he's not a striker, he's a wrestler. So we have yet to, I think that Jake is, without a doubt, very athletic. He has real skills of a boxer, right? But we have yet to see him like
With another boxer who has like
with a fight that makes sense. But we might not get that because we're gonna get more fights that make money rather than make sense, and that's what Floyd versus Logan Paul is.
yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see this play out. I don't know what it looks like down the line if we're just gonna see every YouTuber. I don't know if me and SHAH-AMEER are gonna have to have a match at some point,
Who knows?
but yeah, I think
That's
like
cute. We should have that.
the one thing is
You
that
watch that?
I mean, you said it's bringing money, right?
the one thing is
we
like-
could get a whole studio
Well,
like
knowing
building.
with our views, probably not. So
somebody's just gonna get knocked out with that, and we're gonna get 2 views on it.
Listen, we can post it on YouTube and that
then-
clip can go viral.
And there's going to be one group of people that talk about it
Yeah.
as a media, and it's going to be Strange Flavors that talks about it.
Right, this fight
The
coming
recap.
up.
Yeah. No, the last thing I want to say about it is like, when it comes to this type of stuff, like I think that people don't realize in the heat of the moment how much it affects your reputation. Like when Fusitu went up and boxed what's his name? Slim, Adam Saleh's boy. That was embarrassing.
Oh,
Fusitu had no hands. He did not like show any skills of a boxer, although he had been training all this time. And it was just like, you look like you got pummeled in the face for what?
His nose broke. Pretty sure he had like some.
What?
Yeah,
he already had a nose job.
It was really bad. And like,
when did this happen?
This happened 2 years ago, maybe somewhere around that time.
Like Amir Khan, the boxer, put it all together.
Yeah, it was like a charity event.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he was like Fusi was not blocking his face at all. Got punched so many times. Probably got brain damage a little bit. Maybe who knows?
Yeah, sure.
But
and that's what I think about. You know what happened with Nate Robinson? Like you are this extremely athletic, incredible person. Who was an amazing basketball player, and then like this is where you go with your reputation. I think it's very brave. I think it's very courageous, but like I think there's a little bit of stupidity involved in like I think there was like an ego thing where it's like, oh, Jake Paul, he's just a YouTuber, and so me, I'm an athletic dude and I can knock this guy out, and then bringing race into it where people are like, oh yeah, like you got to do this for black people, and it became a huge mess. And then all the reputation is out there in a weird way where that's not a good look.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do it, you have to have an appreciation for the sport. You have to train hard and you have to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
I think Fusi did not know what he was getting himself into, but now he's sitting in the promoter seat. So, you know, I guess he found his...
I mean, it's probably a better place for him because he's more of like I could tell like he probably did that just for hype and whatever and all that type of stuff. So he's probably better off as a promoter anyway.
Yeah, well, it's a very cool thing to do, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm training to be a fighter. Like, you know, you're going to get all
It.
ripped. People
That's
are
me
gonna see
next.
you.
I'm training to be a fighter next.
who are you fighting?
I don't know. Who wants to fight me? Come forward.
I would watch that.
All right. Amber versus ex-YouTuber or TikToker. Please step up.
Yeah.
Please write in and let us know.
Let's go.
It's like we get a bunch of emails. I'll fight her.
Oh my god.
Let's go.